Hello everybody, Donkey here, and yes, we are back with some more Train Sim World 2. This time, we are on the new Isles of Wight expansion pack for this game. And as you can see in front of us, there is a very smart BR class 483 EMU in a Network Southeast livery. There are a few other liveries, not in the game, but in real life, that operate on the Isle of Wight. But this is what we have in game, and it looks very smart indeed. So let's go and jump in, because all these people are waiting. So let's go jump in. That is a very small door. We might have to crouch to get in here. There we go. Okay, so let's get that on, and we can turn it on, and we can put the seat down as well. Look at this. Right, unlock the doors. Where's the door unlock? Here it is. So while we load passengers, I'll just tell you a little bit about this line. The Isle of Wight line is, it's all electrified, so it has these EMUs, and we are currently in the class 483 EMU, which started life out as a London Underground stock in 1936, but that reached the end of its life on the London Underground, and in 89 it became the Isle of Wight transport here. We've just loaded passengers. Excellent. I think we just do that, don't we? Yeah. And we can set this to, I think we can set it to 2. Oh, we can set it to 1. There we go. No, we don't do that yet. We've got to put this to release. There we go. And full series. So yeah, this line that we're currently on, it goes from the pier, which we are just leaving now, and it goes all the way to Shanklin. It's not a very big line, and it's not a very big line in game. Most of the scenarios only take about half an hour to complete, and we're going to need some lights, I think, so let's get some of those on. Let's put all that on. Here we go. I've got to say, to be honest, this is looking smart. Look at this. Yeah, this is looking very smart indeed. Do some zoom ins. We are going to Shanklin currently. We're just entering the pier. The start of the pier platform here. You can walk the pier, drive it obviously, or you can just get on a train. And I believe it'll take you across the Isle of Wight. We need to stop braking. Stop at location. So we're stopping here. There we go. And we've got to unlock the doors. So I think we just do that. Sweet. Let's just quickly check. The doors aren't open there. They open on this side? Nope. Well, we're loading passengers either way. Ooh, we're in there. We're inside. Not quite sure what that does. Door lock. Locked. Unlock doors. So that just locks them, I think. But we're loading passengers, apparently. All these people are waiting on the station. You can get on, you know that. Cold start. Trip power. Door. Unlock. Unlocked. So the doors are unlocked, it's just they're not getting on. But yeah, this is a electrical unit. On. Lock doors. So I think we just do that. And we can head to St. John's Road, platform 2. Okay, so release. And we'll get going. As you can see, just like the London Underground, instant power. It just takes off. There's the horn. But yeah, this is whoa, we're speeding. Okay, it's okay. We're not going to go too fast, I don't think, through here. That is very dark. The thing that lights this is basically like a candle. It is a light, an electrically powered light on the front of this, but this being, you know, it was made in the 30s, you know, the late 30s, 1938. The lights on this are just candles. They are not very good at all. Then we have a green light. It feels weird coming back to this game and having all this information on screen, especially when I've played the original train sim recently, and that's basically got no information like next signal or next speed change. It literally throws you into the deep end. But I gotta say, the graphics on this are looking good. Look at this thing. Yeah, the graphics are looking good on this so far. Now, this wasn't made by Dovetail, this expansion. It was made by a third party. I believe they're called Rivet Games. And they have done a great job on the Isle of Wight here. Hopefully they make some more expansions, because they actually do a better job, in my opinion, than Dovetail. But we've actually got, we don't have to stop in certain areas. We're not penalised. This time. Load passengers. This line mostly ferries island dwellers and tourists across the Isle of Wight. The Isle of Wight is famous, obviously, for being a British tourist location. A lot of people go there for their holidays and whatnot, and for getaways. So it's not really a place anyone lives. People do live there, but obviously it's not like mainland England. And I've been there. It's quite nice. We didn't go on the railway, unfortunately, but maybe in the future if I want to go back. Hopefully we get a green light. Yep, we have. So let's just get the brakes off. And yeah, it's this is essentially the tube, but on the Isle of Wight. Handbrake here. Yeah, not a lot, honestly, not a lot in it. You know, you've got your buttons here for doing cold starts and stuff, and all sorts. Yeah, I imagine that's the fuse panel. Now we've got quite a way. Cab, I don't know what that is. But yeah, it's pretty basic, I'm not gonna lie to you, it's pretty basic in here. Oh yeah, we can go a bit faster. But yeah, they added into Train Sim World 2. Train Sim World 2 came out with the London Underground, obviously, and that was quite fun. I did enjoy the London Underground. This is sort of a salmon whistle. This is sort of a continuation of that, because this is very much London Underground, but on the Isle of Wight. You know, it's above ground. It's an electrical powered unit, and it's sort of just carries on that feeling you get from playing the London Underground. I was trying to find more London Underground stuff to play because I actually really enjoyed it. Okay, we've got a double yellow, is that? Or a single yellow? But yeah, I actually really enjoyed the London Underground expansion for this, and when I saw that they were doing an Isle of Wight, I jumped on it immediately. And I'm a little late to the party. Obviously, it's been out I think it's been out about a week now, but yeah, I jumped on this, pre-ordered it, and so far I am actually enjoying it. I picked it up in it's sort of like a sale. It was like a pre-order sale. Not stopping here. Yeah, it was like a pre-order sale that I picked it up on. Okay, we have a green light. But if it is a bit pricey for what it is, normal price. I would wait until it goes on sale if you want to pick it up. But so far I'm enjoying it. So far it seems like a pretty nice polished expansion. And this is quite a small station, to be fair. Look at this thing. Why are you waiting down there? There we go. But yeah, I'm enjoying it, and I do like the look of this thing. Like, it does look awesome. Look at this. Look at that. That is a screenshot and a half. That is. My. We got all sorts of things down there. We've got a few switches behind us. I'm not sure if you can use them though. Headlight. Oh, we had something then. Anyway, let's get back into it. Very tactile buttons, these, very mechanical. You can definitely feel the mechanical buttons. Alright, we got 2.4 miles to go, so we'll just put it straight up to full parallel and go for it. Like I said before, this is the BR Class 483 EMU, and it basically started its life as a London tube stock, and in '83 it became the Isle of Wight's transport on the rail here. And I don't think they've upgraded, but they might have. They might have a better loco on the current Isle of Wight. They haven't been there for a few years, but these old things that's part of the nostalgia of going to these places, you know, these old heritage railways and stuff by the sea, is seeing these old locos operating. In my opinion, anyway, that's the fun part of it. Going quite fast now, almost 40 miles an hour. This thing's really shifting. But yeah, if you want to pick this pack up, you can. It's on the Steam store right now, or you can go to Rivet Games website and pick it up. And you get, obviously, class 483MU, and you also get a few scenarios, 5 to be exact. And you obviously get this beautiful Isle of Wight scenery as well. They've done a really good job with it, actually. I kind of think it looks a little bit better than what Dovetail tend to do. But obviously they do have limitations. We're going a bit fast here. I think we're going downhill. Obviously they do have limitations to what they can do. But at the end of the day, this is running on Unreal 4, so they should be able to do quite a lot. 20 miles an hour coming up in 800 yards. .600 yards. Start slowing it down. I could put the Westinghouse brake on and use that, which is all the way over here. So currently we have the Westinghouse on, which we can basically charge and hold. Emergency, we don't want that. But it's difficult to use the Westinghouse. In a tutorial it doesn't really teach you about it. Because it's something you'd pick up later if you explore, you know, the tube or these trains on the Isle of Wight here a bit more. And I mean, even today, some of the drivers don't even know how to use the Westinghouse because it's not really used too much. It was an older loco sort of thing that they put on. Nowadays with the modern braking systems, they don't really need it. But we can put it on. Okay. So unlock the doors. There we go. So yeah, the Westinghouse charge will obviously charge the brakes, and then the hold will literally just hold it there. I'm not particularly sure how we empty the brakes again. I'm guessing you have to go to release and then back to Westinghouse hold. Not quite sure. Not quite sure. Because if we max it and then go to hold, it does release it. So I'm guessing it would be between max and hold. It's so that the driver can basically just pull this way, you know, for brake off, put it back and just sort of ease it into the platform like that. So at the moment we haven't got any brakes applied. As you can see, it's got like I don't know if you can see that. Well, you might be able to on because I'm actually filming this on an ultra wide, so I've had to scale the footage down for YouTube 1920 by 1080. But as you can see, there's a little amp thing there, and that shows us how much power we're getting from the rails. Now, every now and then, if I put it on shunting, every now and then you'll see it drop, and that's because if we go over some points, or we go over a section that's not electrified, no electric will, head into the loco and it will drop. We'll see if it happens when we go over this crossing. Yeah, you see how it dropped to 0 then? That's because that crossing isn't electrified. So the rest of this is, but that crossing isn't. Obviously you don't want to electrify a crossing if somebody's walking over it and get electrocuted, but that's why that drops. See, I'll do it again. There you go. And obviously there's enough momentum there that it's not going to bother us. We're not going to, stop because we haven't got any power. We're just going to keep going until we get power again. But yeah, that's why there's a little amp thing they've put in there. I don't know whether they've updated the London Underground to also have that little amp thing there, because it is useful for EMUs to see how much power you are giving the electric motors. At the moment we've got 80 amps, so we are giving them. We can obviously do full series or full parallel, and that will go up. And we're stopping at this over here. So at the moment we're in Westinghouse Hold. You've got to remember where you've put the brake. Right, we're gonna go off with that. 600 yards, and we can do max back to Westinghouse Hold. And this is what you do. You just sort of back and forth, ease it in, and it's quite good for the London Underground. Some of the older London Underground locos had it, so that the driver could maximum brake off the maximum brake, and just sort of, that's how they could stop on a dime. When you see the London Underground trains, they could literally stop on a dime at the platform, and that's because they're using the Westinghouse brake. Obviously I could go from release, minimum, and medium, maximum, but obviously that's more action on the brake lever. We are slowing down quite a bit. So you see, I will probably go straight into maximum there. Then we'll unlock the doors. There's probably a key bind for that, but... And yeah, I am fully enjoying this Isle of Wight first scenario here. It is interesting. It's a nice, quiet scenario, just a nice, chill, relaxing scenario. Nothing too demanding. Yeah, I'm just having a bit of fun with it. It's definitely filled that gap from the London Underground expansion. It's I was craving more sort of EMU, sort of that vibe that the London Underground gives you, and this has definitely filled that gap. I am fully enjoying this. Okay, so I don't know the key binding for that, but we can go into Westinghouse Hold. Got a bit of wheel slip there. We'll just let it coast. And yeah, that's why these controls, if I show you, that's why these controls are like this. So that you can put both hands, you know, one hand is on the accelerator there, like that. And you can pull it round, get more power. And the other hand is on the brake. So you can sort of do a dual action thing with your hands. And obviously the brake is there so you can, you know, apply the brake, off the brake sort of thing. Quite clever ergonomics how they did it. And I think if we go into forward 2 we can go a bit faster as well. But it doesn't really teach you. I found in the tutorial it didn't really teach you a lot about the controls. It teaches you the basics like braking and accelerating and whatnot. But it doesn't really teach you anything about the Westinghouse or forward 2 there. Anything like that. It doesn't teach you any of that. Which I guess if you've read the manual you could sort of have a go at, or if you know, just discover it yourself. Right, we are at Lake. But yeah, if you've played around with, you know, the London Underground, this should feel familiar. I personally like this style of stock better. It just looks the part, looks older. I mean, look at that headlight there. Look how old that is. Yeah, I think some people would call this vintage. That's exactly what it is, though. To be honest, it is vintage, and it, you know, you can feel that in the buttons when you play this game. That's the whole thing about simulators: is can you feel like the real? Can it feel like the real thing? And I would say yes, it can. Okay. What the hell is that there? Camera. Woman taking photos of me. For a blog maybe or something. But yeah, like the door button. You can just feel the tactile button there. Mechanical. When you use it, and you know, all of this. They've done a really good job on the loco here. Fully impressed. Some of the stuff that comes out of Dovetail these days, I am a bit disappointed about. You know, I don't know why they had to make a whole new game just to add expansions that they could have added in the first one. But that's Dovetail for you. They do things like that. But this wasn't made by Dovetail. This was made by Rivet Games. Commissioned probably by Dovetail, but they've done a good job. Right. Now we want to do there. There we go. The little horn. Right, Shanklin. I think that is our last stop, actually. In game, it's only been about half an hour, I think, which is about the time it says. Yeah, it's been quite fun. I think there is a longer scenario in this pack, but it's not very much more. It's about 40 minutes rather than the 30. I mean, some of the old train sim packs, I've got a few that are 120. It says 120 minutes long, which that's a long time to be sat behind the controls. And that video would be so long. At least this one's not going to be as long. I've started uploading longer videos. I'm not sure if that sort of complies with the YouTube algorithm or if people like that, but we'll see how it goes. Yeah, this has been an overall chill journey, just nice and relaxed. I'll try and sort of sort out the scaling for next time. See if I can include the controls. You can see some of them in the bottom right there. But because I'm playing on ultra wide, you know, I can see a little bit more than what you can see. So I'll try and sort that out next time. Okay, so power off, yep. And we should be able to stop here, no problem. Perfect. Couldn't have got better. And that's the end of the line, look. That is where it stops at Shanklin. And that is it. So, if you enjoyed, I'd appreciate a like. If you're a new viewer, please consider subscribing down below so you don't miss any of the videos that I release. And yeah, go check out the other Train Sim World 2 videos and Train Simulator 2021 videos. We do all sorts of simulator videos here. But yeah, this was the first scenario on the Isle of Wight expansion pack from Rivet Games. And yeah, I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.